ago. You're not the same woman 2 years ago. You're definitely not the same woman you were 5 years ago. And you are not the same woman you were 10 years ago. And the clothes should match the woman. Alright y'all, hopefully Together Cramel has introed this video for you guys, because this is, I don't want to say not Together Cramel, but this is in the middle of things Cramel. So I was putting away laundry, and on a whim I decided to go ahead and start organizing my closet, right? I don't know what y'all can see in this room right now, but let me turn to a safe, there is no safe space here. So I decided to organize my closet. I have started, I'm not about to do the whole thing right now, but I have started by purging. And so I kind of wanted to show you a state of the union, if you will, or state of the closet rather, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. I also will insert before picture, because I did kind of take a picture of a before slightly. And there's Bookie. Say hey, Bookie. Hey, Bookie. Sorry, I got the windows open too, so the lighting is kind of crazy. But I wanted to show you where we're starting, and over time as I do this, because I'll probably finish this, and I might finish it tonight. We'll see how things go. But if I don't, maybe tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow. The kids are not going to school tomorrow, daycare tomorrow, and so I have some time. And to be honest, it should not take as long as it looks, but let me show you what I've purged so far. All right, I have purged all these things so far. All this stuff. These are dresses that I have not worn or will not wear out of my taste or my waist. By waist, I mean my size. And this is all going to Goodwill or wherever. And right now, I am almost finished purging, but not quite. I have a few more things to go, but this is what the closet looks like. So we're hoping, here's the side, that's just the hangers of all the things that I've purged so far. We hope to get better, because why, we can do better in this space. I'm going back and forth on how I want to organize things. I'm thinking about going by simple silhouette. By simple silhouette, I mean by dress, tops, and pants, because this is a small closet, so it's not too many, and I'll talk about that later. There isn't too much I can break this out into, but also to keep it more visually pleasing to my eye, by color. So we're going to see how things go as I go. I'll record a bit about my process, and I'm also going to tell you my thoughts on how to best organize your space, because everybody's space is different. So all right, let's see how far I get. Hello guys, welcome to this part of the video. I know this isn't the beginning or the end of the video, but I am filming my tips on how to organize your closet space. So welcome, and thank you for watching this far. So I'm going to try to first, excuse if you hear any noise. It's a lot going on in my house right now. I'm actually filming this way after I filmed a lot of the footage, and it's a holiday, so my children are home. The washing machine is running, or the dishwasher's running. So if you hear a little background noise, that's what's going on. But this was the most opportune time for me to film this part of the video. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, let's start with how many tips do I have for you. I'm not even going to count. You'll know a number on the thumbnail. So my first tip for organizing your closet space is to, and I have my trusty phone here because y'all know I like to do these types of videos. When I do whole videos like this, I like to keep up with my points. But my first tip is to get clear on why you're organizing the space. And this is going to help you with understanding the end product that you want. It's not just, I want to organize my closet. Like, why do you want to do it? Why are you doing this? What is this going to help you with? Because it may make some other decisions clearer along the line. So it's like, do you just want it to look good? Do you just need it to function better? Or can you not ever find any of your clothes? Like, answer these questions before you start just jumping into organizing your space. And answering these questions will also point to the organization method, or at least it might at least help. The reason I wanted to organize my closet is mostly because I just wanted it to look better. Choosing clothes is kind of a sacred part of the day for me, and I've always wanted my closet to look nice because it's kind of like I'm stepping into my space amongst things that are curated for me. And so when I'm getting ready in the morning, it's just helpful not only that it functions well, but that it looks good for me. And for some reason that just does something amazing for my mental health, if you will. Not looking at a non-cluttered, non-chaotic space, and also being able to pull this space together in a quick way because it's organized so well is what was important to me. So that is why I wanted to organize my closet. Second, and honestly, to me, this is the most important part of the entire process. You must edit, edit, edit. I mean, you have to get rid of things that you are not wearing. This is probably the number one thing that even keeps people from organizing their space. It's just because there is too much there to even start with. So you have to edit, or by edit, I mean get rid of things that you're not wearing, not touching, haven't touched in years. You don't need to waste time organizing things that you're not gonna touch. Like, it defeats the purpose. Also, if you're on the fence about like organizing things, I know people talk about the little hanger rule and everything. Honestly, I just can't do that because I don't want to walk in my closet and see a bunch of hangers hanging different ways. That is going to bother me. But that could also be motivational, but I didn't choose to do things that way. But if there are things in your closet that you haven't worn in 6 months to a year, all of those things need to automatically be up for deletion. You haven't worn them, chances are you're not going to fit them, you don't fit them, and even if you felt like you plan to fit them at some point in the future, as a woman, let's be real, there are things that we like to go back to, but we really need to start looking forward. And looking forward doesn't necessarily need to involve things that you wore 5 years ago, 10 years ago, sometimes even 2 years ago. You're not the same woman 2 years ago. You're definitely not the same woman you were 5 years ago. And you are not the same woman you were 10 years ago. And the clothes should match the woman. So the only time I agree with doing something like this is if it's around a goal. Let's just say a weight loss goal or a transformation goal. And I only agree to saying keeping one piece, because if you just want to consistently see how well you're making progress in this one piece of clothing or outfit, then keep that, because I understand that for the optics. Everything else needs to go. Bye. Also, if you just find yourself not being able to let go, if letting go is not easy for you, then I say pack it up, take it out of the regular population of your clothing. As I say, pack it up, put it in a box or a bin or some type of a storage situation. Keep it in the closet or put it away. Evaluate again, put a reminder in your phone, on the calendar, wherever you need to put it. If you haven't thought about or reached for any of the things that have been packed up in that space, then keep it in a box and take it to the Goodwill. You don't need it. We just get so attached to things, and sometimes we get attached to what they represent. But honestly, they're not the memory and they aren't what it represents. You'll always have that, and you can find other ways to commemorate that or remember that. This isn't for things that are like you know, something maybe a deceased relative gave you. Those go under a very different category in my opinion, and that is not what we're talking about in this video, so I'm not going to waste too much time there. But that item, I will say, should not be in your closet. There needs to be some other type of organization for an item like that, and you shouldn't have a bunch of them. Okay, I had a lot under edit, so bear with me. So like I was saying, if you just cannot get rid of it, put it in a bin. After 6 months and you haven't thought about it or reached for this piece, it needs to piece out. Also, editing should not be a one-time thing. You should always be editing your closet. If you shop a lot, or if you shop a little, every time you shop, you really need to be looking at, like, this is the max amount of things that I can keep in my closet. Your closet isn't this infinite amount of space. So if things are coming out, if things are coming in, things should also be moving out of your closet. Right now we're moving into a new season. I'm actually getting ready to go on vacation. I purchased some new pieces. So guess what? Some pieces in my closet will be making an exit. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that point. So editing is so big for me. It is like probably one of the most important steps in any organization project, honestly. And the way you should do it is, outside of these tips, you need to take everything out the closet. Everything. Even if you have to do it in sections, because I know taking everything out of your closet, that's a huge undertaking, especially depending on how big your closet is. Even if you have to go a section at a time, that's personally how I did it. Or if it's easier for you to just do it like in the closet, but taking everything out a section at a time, going through it, editing out, do the next section if you can't do the whole closet at one time. But you need to you literally need to retouch everything that's in that space so you can acknowledge whether it needs to be there or not. And something that I also like to do, especially for things that I find more difficult to part with, is I thank it for its service, Marie Kondo style. And I wish it well to the next person that will receive it, and hope that they will get as much joy out of hopefully they'll get as much joy out of this piece as I did. And for some reason that does make me feel better. All right, next overall tip. We're out of editing. You got to evaluate your closet size. So the way you decide to organize your closet is going to depend on the type of closet you have. If you have a small closet space, then your organization method is going to have to be pretty simple. And if you want it to look nice, you may want to use only one type of method. The bigger your closet space, you may be able to like kind of combine or stack, if you will, organization methods. For example, I don't have the biggest closet in the world, but I probably do have a little bit more space than I don't know, some people, but I have sections in my closet, so this allows me the ability to decide on a couple of different organization methods. My first was by silhouette. So I organized everything by simple silhouette or style. So I have like jeans in one section, and then I'll do like shirts, and then I had bottoms. And within those categories, I then organized by color. And you kind of see that come together in my closet tour, so which either you'll see after this part of the video. Next, I recommend you evaluating what you have and what you need to accomplish the type of organization you want to do. One thing I suggest everybody do, that everybody can do in their space no matter what they have, is to get uniform hangers. By uniform, I mean get the same type of hanger for everything. It makes a world of difference in your closet visually and sometimes space-wise when you have the same type of hanger used in the whole closet. The different type of hangers it can create subtle shifts in height, not to mention all these different colors that are also competing with the things in your closet. And visually, for me, that does a lot, and I personally just don't like the visual eye clutter, and I prefer just to see my clothes. I want everything else to be as less distracting as possible, so that I can focus on the task at hand, which is, what am I going to wear? You'll also need a plan on how you're going to organize your shoes and accessories. They can't really just be stuck anywhere. So if you have a smaller space, maybe that's smaller lower shelves, or figuring out a system on how they're going to be on the top. If you need a place for handbags, maybe that's some type of a hanging mechanism to hang several at once, or figuring out if you're going to do separators at the top to organize them. Whatever that is, you should think about that if you don't have a defined space in your closet for it already. I had a situation where it was a little bit of both. I had a defined space, but to me it still wasn't really coming together. It was still giving cluttered, so I added these little divider shelves that I got from Target that made all the difference in the way I organized my handbags. My shoes had shelves, so I didn't have to buy any extra storage for that. But in the way my closet was previously, I had purchased shelves that I could organize or stack different ways. I tried out a couple of renditions of that, and that is how I organized my shoes. My belts now hang on. I don't have a lot of belts. I probably have like two or three, so they kind of hang on my door on a small hook. And my hats, I have a space under my hanging space that I like to sit my hats at so that I can access them quickly. And it works. It's not sloppy. It works for me. I don't have a ton of hats either. And for all my extra accessories like scarves and other hats and everything, I have a storage bin with a clear window that I keep out of the way. And so when I'm looking for something else or something new, I know I can look in that bin for those types of things. Let's see, what else do I have here? So I've touched on this a little bit, but once you've evaluated these things, and this can either, this isn't in necessarily any particular order, and maybe it should be, but it's not. But you'll have to consider all of these things regardless. But you should now think about what sorting method or what organization method you want to use. Color is very important to me. I see a lot of the world in colors. Like I just think in color a lot of times. So when organizing my closet space, I really wanted to do that, and it is a way, in my opinion, to make the closet look more uniform when you have a lot of different pieces. Your closet, even though as much as we want it to look like a store, like a well organized, well curated store, we have one of different pieces. Most of us do. So you can't do what they do in stores where you hang just rows and rows and rows, or several of the same kind of shirt or dress or something, because that's how it looks uniform. But to get that same effect, you can use the color method. Another way to organize is by silhouettes, which is another way. I did implement this. I mentioned this earlier in my tips. But that means, are you going to do all shirts and then all pants and then all dresses? The categories I used in my closet, I have jeans, and then I have the rest of my bottoms. Then I have tops in the main part. Then I have dresses or long jumpers in one section because of their length, and it looks better together that way. And then I have what I call the third layer, which is any type of jacket, cardigan, vest, what you're putting over your outfit. I keep all of those items together because for me that works, because that's like the polish off of an outfit if you're going to do that. So having the third layer items in a separate section on their own and not just with all the tops works the best for me, since I have the space. So that's just an example of what type of categories or silhouettes you can think about when organizing your space. Another way you can sort your closet is by occasion. Some people really want their business, like their wear to work attire, their casual attire. Y'all hear my son in the background. He making a run for it from the living room. Some people really value having their work clothes together, having their like weekend or casual wear together, and having I don't know, after 5 wear together. I would consider that by occasion, and that works for some people. And I really feel like, I mean, if you have a larger closet, that works even better, because the bigger your closet gets, the more opportunity you have to separate everything out, or by color. But a smaller space, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but that doesn't mean it can't work. So just, you know, think through that. If you have a lot of work clothes, that might work for you. Or if you have a lot of athleisure, that might work for you. So that's just another way to think about sorting or organizing your clothing. And also, this kind of matches occasion, but by season. I know a lot of people grew up like putting their winter clothes away in the summertime or something like that. I don't necessarily do that. I wear a lot of my things year round. There's not a ton of, I don't have a ton of seasonal wear, especially when you work in the office. It gets cold, so sometimes you still need that cardigan, or you might still need to reach for that sweater. Now, I'm not wearing a sweater dress, but I'm also not necessarily putting it away. I just kind of keep everything there. But some people do put their winter stuff away or in storage. If you want to do that, that is a good way to keep your closet looking edited and simple. If you have a smaller space, or if you just want to see, this is what I'm wearing right now, I'll look at these clothes in the wintertime or whatever. Or if you just have the luxury of having that a lot of space, considering seasons, it could be an option as well. And lastly, something you need to consider when organizing your closet is time. Okay, organizing your closet can take more time than most people like to give it. As much as I would like to say you can get this done in an afternoon or in a couple of hours, yeah, a professional can, because they've done this many times. They can probably size up your space pretty quickly and, you know, just kind of go. And then they also have like different organization things on hand that they can just pull in, pull out, and work with. Most of us are not professional organizers, and we need to do things by trial and error. I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at my space for about 2 weeks because it was difficult for me, because I got my closet like done, and I thought it was going to be like a easy, okay, now I have an elevated closet, just put the clothes in there and it's going to magically make it look good. And that was not the case, at least not for me. I was like, it doesn't look the way I want it to. So I just kind of set on thinking through how I wanted to organize the space. And once I finished editing and I just started playing with different ways of doing it, it eventually clicked for me, and I was like, yes, this is gonna work. I love the direction this is going in. And so it could, like, the point is, it can take you some time. So I would strongly suggest taking these tips and maybe just start with evaluating your space. Give editing like a full-time period. Don't try to do editing and organizing in the same day. It will take you longer than you think. That's just my suggestion. If you have a full day with no interruptions, especially if you don't have any kids or anything like that, most of you that watch me probably do, and maybe some of you don't, but some of you just might be busy. Like, anything that keeps you busy, just understand the editing part takes a lot longer than one thinks. So just start to think about dedicating pockets of time to your closet organization process. And it might take you a weekend or two. It might take you over the course of a couple days. If you can do it after work, it might take you a couple of weeks, just depending on what you're trying to accomplish. But I just want you to consider the amount of time that it could or may take when organizing your closet. Okay, so those are my tips, and I gave you a little insight on how and why I did the things I did in my closet. Let's get back to me in real time in the space. Bye. Hey y'all, it is me, and I'm back in the closet. Let's throw this away. I'm probably about to take a break because I'm over it in this moment. I have done nothing but continue to purge, and I've purged a lot, and I don't know if I'm finished purging, and I really don't want to organize stuff that I'm not gonna touch. Okay y'all, I didn't stop right away. I am about to stop, but I decided to do a little bit in color block to see how I would like it. And y'all, I'm convinced that this is going to be the system for me for a while. And it dawned on me, I sort my clothes by color or light colors when I'm washing. So this will also make it easy for me to put things away. Bonus. But let me show you. So this is just a little section that I did do, and I mean, it's just black and white, but it's all black and white, and it just looks so simple. And to be quite honest with you, I often think color first when I'm getting dressed. So I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll show you guys the outcome. But I just really wanted to show y'all, I wanted to immortalize this moment because I had a great feeling once I pushed through this wall. And I think I'm going to get through this with much more pleasant feelings moving forward. All right, I'll be back. Hello guys, welcome back to House of Cramel, and welcome back to another video. Actually, this is all in the same video. It's just taking me a very long time to finish recording this, but I am finally going to give you guys a closet tour. So I have been living with my new closet for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say I really love it. It's really working for me, and I hope that the tips I shared prior to this clip will do the same for you. So without further ado, let me show you the closet. All right guys, let's do the reveal. And voila. This is what the space turned out like. All right, so I'm inside of the closet. I'm sorry if the light is a little weird because yeah, there's no windows in here. That's just how the closet is. I'll do my best though. But, so let me just walk you through what I did here. I think I showed you a clip of my shoes before. So that is largely the same. I did edit some shoes out. Honestly, I still probably could edit a couple more pairs out, but this is where we are. And in full transparency, there is one pair right there, because I don't have a slot here. But in the time that I started recording this video, my husband found these and I like them a lot, so something has to go here. I also, you probably can't really see, there's a pair of new sandals down there that I'm going to take on my trip. But all in all, I think it looks great. Before you talk about my stool, I'm a very short girl. I am 5'2", so I need my stool to get up to my purses. So that's why this is in here. The way I decided to organize my closet is first by silhouette. So I did pants, tops, and I call it a third layer. So it's like jackets, cardigans, hoodies, anything like that is over here. So that is the order in which you see. Once I did that, I sorted by a loose Roy G. Biv. And for those that don't know what that means, that is the rainbow order of color. And I'm pretty sure you can kind of see that come through here, especially up at the top. And then you see I have my neutrals at the bottom. I say a loose Roy G. Biv because oranges and blushes really kind of get me thinking, but since I consider reds closer to orange and blushes closer to pink, that's where they ended up on these different sides. But sometimes the rest can look real pink, you know. So my son just came home. So, all right, so a little bit about each section. So I decided to take all of my jeans out. I looked at this for so long, y'all, and I was like, how am I gonna do this? And when I separated out my jeans and decided to make this first, like, back up, this first, like, stripe all pants, it was truly a game changer to me. But I was like, I don't have that many pants. And I really don't, but I kind of made it look like I have more than I actually have. So I separated out all of my denim that includes shorts, and I put it up here. And right here I have, this is a photo from my very first maternity shoot. I kind of keep it in here because I don't necessarily want company looking at that picture that closely, because it's a very intimate photo. So it's an exclusive moment for you guys here on the vlog. But I love this photo, so I have it in the closet because I think it's the perfect place. And these are my Valentine's Day flowers, and I love looking at them in here. So I have my own little art moments. I have a couple of hats here. These are hats that are in frequent rotation. So it's just like a hat, another A hat, old Atlanta hat, and like just a plain gray hat. And there's, I think the one in the back is my Atlanta United soccer hat. And these are my pants, my other types of pants down here. So if it's not a denim pant, it's down here. So this is like work pants. Skirts are all down here, and they're just, I use the hangers to kind of fold them over. Eventually I want to get some like little clamps to keep the skirts on the hangers, but nothing's falling yet. I think the texture of the velvet hangers kind of gives it a light grip, so not that much falls off. So I really like it. Next stripe is my tops. And so these are my black, white, and gray tops. And then we have all of my color tops up here. I got long sleeves and short sleeves and tanks all together here. Within the color family, I do kind of a silhouette organization. You can't really see it, but I can see it. So I know that when I go, let's do whites. When I go here, you'll see my tanks first, then my short sleeves, and then long sleeves. So yeah, not that complicated. This has always been dresses. When I designed this closet with the consultant, we just made sure I had an area for long items. So it is 98% dresses. I may have a duster or a pantsuit jumper in here somewhere, but it's all long items. And then like I said here, see if I can step back. This is my third layer. So if it's a cardigan, if it's a vest, if it's a jacket, if it's a light coat, if it's a denim jacket, it is here. This is like the sequence of where I last look for, like, if I want that last pop layer for me. I love a third layer. I think it elevates the look of a lot of outfits, especially for work. And it's the difference between, I don't know, going out or just going to a picnic. Who knows? And then I have another set of shoes over here. These are more so all my shoes that I have that are not sneakers. So yeah. This gave me so much. Oh, I had to think about this so much, because I knew when I walked into my closet, I wanted to be able to see some type of presentation for my purses. I don't have a ton of purses, but I have some pieces that I am proud of and that I love. So I wanted to be able to come into this closet and look at those when I walked in. But I had the shelf dividers and nothing was doing it for me. And then the light bulb finally went off, because I don't have a ton of space up here either. There is space, but not enough space to make it like, you know, like a retail space or something like that. But I wanted that retail looking moment, and that is what I did here. I picked, how many bags is that? My five bags. I won't call them all my favorite, but I do love them. I consider all my favorites because I bought them. And I put them right here. And that really took coming in the entrance into coming into the closet to the next level for me. And I decided to keep my other, like, those are tote bags. That's another Louis up there. And then I have like Coach bags. All my other, like, I guess you could call them labels, or just other trendy bags, just kind of stored here in their dust bags or within the other ones. So that's like storage space. That's true storage. That is true storage. But this was meant to be a moment. I keep hats here. There's also a hat in there. So that is hats. Honestly, that is really it. One more thing. So I might have stated this in my tips, but there are items of clothing that I just don't reach for all the time, that are seasonal, that I want to be able to access, but I don't need them hanging up in the closet, and I definitely don't have room for them in my dressers. I do have a dresser that I keep like graphic tees, underwear, socks, sleepwear, workout wear, things like that is in that drawer. So that's why you don't see that in the closet. But I have this. I got these. Let me pull one so you can see it better. I pulled one out. This is one of my smaller ones. I have two sizes. This is a small, and that one over there is a medium. But I keep like other hats, scarves, accessories that aren't in heavy rotation or that I'm not wearing right now in this little bin. I got this from Target. I love that you have the window up front. You can unzip this from the front. You can also unzip this from the top. So it makes it super easy for me to access things if I want to get in here and look. The larger one, I have like swimsuits, Christmas sweaters. I think I have my bridal robe in there. Just things that, some hoodies that I don't wear often, but I like kind of rotate them out. That's what's in there. So, yeah. And I just bought that purse. That's for my vacation coming up. Alright, so yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it helps someone with their closet organization goals, or it gives you motivation to organize your closet, figuring out why you want to do this, how you want to do this, and then actually executing it. Honestly, this system, this closet organization way has worked for me. I thought that when I got my closet done that it was going to be like easy, but surprisingly, I mean, it makes it easier because you have built-in storage solutions, but you still have to figure out how you're going to use them. And I struggle with that a bit. And I'm a very visual person, probably said that already. So I really wanted this space to be somewhere like I could actually just, if I wanted to, just come in here and sit and enjoy myself and be okay and have a moment. I haven't done that yet, but I do enjoy coming in here and getting dressed because I can see all my things. I can pick out my outfits so fast. I know what I have. None of my stuff that I like is buried in other things that I don't like, question if it fits or any of that. So yes, organize your closet today. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Have you organized your closet? Do you want to? What are your goals? Like, let's have a conversation. I really would love to talk to you guys. And let's make this channel grow. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching this video, especially if you've gotten this far. I really appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.